So welcome to day one. Today we're hoping to get the insulation done, the outboard slide in, and we're going to try and get the Anderson plug wired up for the van. We don't really have a plan yet, so the goal is to just get everything in that needs to go in certain spots and then basically work around that. So let's get into it. So we're just going to get some measurements of all these little cross sections under here. And then we're just basically going to cut this high density foam out. We're going to wrap it in like a black fabric or something, just so it looks a bit prettier. And then we'll stick it up in the canopy. We're going to do the doors, the roof, and the front and back walls just to help out with heat.
From there, I can see it all, so beautiful. The world is turning fast, got too many plans.
So what we've noticed is when we're cutting the foam, a metal blade definitely works the best with the fine teeth. The bigger blades just tend to rip the foam a bit more. So while Shani's cutting the rest of the foam out, I'm going to get on to running this Anderson plug. So it's pretty simple. All I got to do is basically run cable from the battery to the back with an Anderson plug on it, and then that way we can charge the caravan while we drive, which we've never been able to do. So that'll be nice.
Woo!
And dance me to the other side. From there, we can fly into.
I just need to chop in a fuse, and then we can run it along the chassis to the back.
Our hands in the air, our hands in the air. There's a record spinning in my
Cool, so that's that. We've got our inline fuse now.
You're a record spinning in my mind.
Alrighty, so I've just chucked the fuse back in. It's all been cable tied to the top of the chassis rail, and we've mounted it at the back, and she's good to go. So one job down. So Shani's cut out all the foam, like the insulation. She's already started to cut out the canvas fabric. So we're going to wrap it so it's not just a white ugly foam once it's stuck up in there. And then now she's on the tricky bits, so I think we're just trying to figure out how we're going to wrap this, hey? We've just done a test piece, and like I'm actually really stoked with how it's come out. So we've gone with like a thicker canvas for the top of it, just so it was a bit more durable, and you know, like it's probably going to get dirty, so we can wipe it with whatever we want. But yeah, we just used like a cheap spray adhesive, so fingers crossed it holds, but feels stuck down really well. Corners came out nice, and it ties in really well with the canopy. So we're going to stick everything down, and we'll show you how we did it, and then chuck it up there and you can see it. Work my way out in the middle and just push all this air out. So we're just going to run some silicone around the edge of it, and then maybe just a little bit on the middle. We don't want to go like too crazy on it because they're already pretty tight in there, and we just want it to hold it up there basically. And if we ever do need to rip one of these off, there'd be nothing worse than it being caked in silicone and then just making a bigger job for us. But the reason why we ended up going with an EPS foam and then covering it in a like canvas was because one, it was the cheapest option. Two, the foil board that a lot of people use has a like an aluminium sheet on both sides basically, and then that means that you've got to leave a gap between the actual foil board and the wall of the canopy. So at least doing it this way, there's no aluminium. I can direct stick it straight to the wall, and then it's easier for us. Happy. That came out way better than I thought. So I think we've locked in our layout of how we want to do this setup. So we're going to chuck the first thing in, which is the boat loader. We're basically just going to riv nut it and then bolt into the riv nuts. Yeah, the boat motor here, which leaves us enough room for the jerry can or for the like boat fuel tank to sit on the other side. And then gives us plenty of room to put our boards, a nice spot for the fridge and electrical gear, and yeah. Oh no! It's pretty like flimsy, it seems like. Just to see if it works or not. It's locked in now and it's a lot more solid. Maybe how it should. Hopefully I just got a bit excited. I don't know about this thing, it's so finicky, like everything has to be exactly in the right spot for it to work. I don't know, it's more solid. But even with the locking pin, you know, there's still a lot of movement in it. So we never actually filmed how we fixed this issue that we were having, but basically what we did was put a couple eyelets on the motor slide just here, and then ran some turnbuckles down to some holes that were already drilled in it, and then that way it kind of just pulled it down and stopped the rock. And then we also, at the front of the motor slide where the prop is, we just ran a couple straps up and over to pull it like each way basically to stop that rock as well at the front. So I mean, for something that costs $1,200, you sort of would expect you wouldn't need to do this sort of stuff, but I guess, yeah, if you're looking at getting a motor slide, keep that in mind that you'll probably have to modify it a little bit. The ventilation system we've got is from Ventit 3D, and they 3D print these out of a ASA carbon fiber material, and they basically bolt onto your canopy doors like this. When you drive, air's forced in, then up and around and into and out the filter, so you're not going to get any of your dust in there. And then it's also got a drain hole for when it's raining. And then to go along with that, we've got a exhaust fan for the back, and basically this has a temperature probe in it, and when it hits a certain temperature that you can set, it'll turn on, suck all your hot air out when you're stationary, and just help cycle through all the hot air in your canopy and cool it down. So we're going to get stuck into these. Got all our templates marked on each door in the back. So now's the scary part. We've got to drill some holes, and then I've also got to drill a 76mm hole for the actual air to go through. So hopefully we got it in the right spot, otherwise we're going to have a big hole in the car. Cool, so we got all the holes drilled. Unfortunately on this one it ripped out of my hands a little bit and just scratched here, but that's all good. It'll be covered up when we put it on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up all the burrs and everything on the inside, and then we'll get to mounting it all on. Wicked, so we got the passenger side done. That's how it looks from the outside. It literally matches the canopy like perfectly. And then from the inside, you've just got a few bolts and then the air filter, which you can just pop the air filter off, change that out when it's dirty, and you don't need to pull the whole thing apart, which is super handy. So moving on now to the exhaust vent, I've just pulled it apart so that we can put the outside bit on the outside, this will go on the inside, and then we'll just put the bolts back through, tighten it all up, and then we'll just wire the little DC jack into the battery system and it'll be good to go. So it's super simple. Alrighty, so that's the exhaust fan installed. I've just got the little cover off it at the moment because the adjuster for the temperature is this little screw here. So what I'm going to do is chuck a thermometer inside the canopy, and then when it hits about probably 25 degrees, I'm just going to turn that one until it starts running, and then that's set for that temperature. But all I've got left to do now is just wire in the DC jack sort of thing, because that'll just plug into there like that, and then yeah, I'll run some wiring up and around to the battery system, hook it up, and we'll be able to turn it on and see how it goes. I'm just going to turn it on to constant on because I haven't set the temperature up yet. But we've got fan, which is good. And it's blowing air out the bottom of it too, which is sick. So yeah, super happy with how that came out. If you are looking for a vent system for your canopy, go check out Vent at 3D. They make a bunch of different vent systems, and this is sick. Alrighty, so that's it for the first episode of our canopy build. We hope you guys enjoyed it and it wasn't too much of a drag, and maybe you learnt something. But yeah, if you want to support us, then subscribe, and yeah, hopefully see you in the next one. If you want to support that's it, I'm not